Okay, today we're going to be looking at the Botsheets Google Sheets extension. And the extensions are all built natively right into Google Sheets. If you see here, I have extensions, and you can see that I've installed a number of extensions, including the Botsheets report generator. Now, before we launch the app, let's look at what the extension requires, which is a data set. And now this is a data set from a marketing campaign. I've got a whole bunch of age and gender and income demographics and performance data, impressions and clicks. And the goal for this extension is to help you get from this, a data format, structured data format, into this, which is a shareable presentation full of actionable insights and visualizations and recommendations. Now, we don't just take care of the data analysis part, so you understand the data, but we prepare the content for you. And because this is in Google Slides, you can share it right away. You can invite others to collaborate on it. You can edit it. So, you have a template that you can then edit. And, if I'm an agency and my clients are asking for an update, I don't have to spend time preparing an update. I just take the data, and in 2 minutes or less, I can generate this nice looking presentation and share it with them. So, how you get this data into Google Sheets? Well, most systems have the ability to export data in CSV format. You can just import that data here. You can see import, and I can import a CSV, and it'll look just like this. Or maybe it has a direct integration with Google Sheets already, and so you can get data from some external system into Google Sheets. Or you can use a automation tool like Zapier or Make and set up a workflow where it's going to move data from some external system directly into Google Sheets. So this is a marketing data set, but you could have data sets for pretty much anything. And let's go into the extension itself and show you how you can generate a beautiful presentation out of this data in 2 minutes or less. So I'm going to click Launch App, and you can see that this window then loads natively in Google Sheets. And to keep in mind that it's going to generate a presentation from a single worksheet. So you might have multiple worksheets in your Google Sheet. It's going to take one of those worksheets and use that to build the presentation. So in this case, I only have one worksheet, but if you had more in your Google Sheet, you would select the one from there. You're going to want to select the focus. So what should the report focus on? So you can let AI automatically determine that, or you can select custom, and you can guide or prompt AI on what it should focus on. So I want to focus, let's say, on female returning customers, because I saw that those are data points in the data set. And so by telling the AI that I want to generate a presentation on that data, it'll focus in on that data. Now I can also change the output. Maybe I don't want Google Slides. I want it as a Google Doc. And so it's going to load up and generate a document, and from there I can also collaborate or share direct, from Google, right in Google Workspace. And of course, everything is stored on your Google Drive as well. So I also have the DocX format, so it's just a different variation of the Google Docs format. But Google Slides is definitely compelling. You can select your language. So what language do you want it to output? So I'm going to go with English, and then I just click Continue. And if I had selected slides, I'm going to get these themes that we've prepared for you. Um, so we looked at this, this blue theme already, but we're going to be adding more to this over time. So you have, something that is presentation worthy immediately. It looks good. So let's go with this gray theme, and we just click generate report. And if you have thousands of rows of data, it'll work. Just might take a little bit longer. We have a relatively small data set in this example, and so once we click that, the process happens behind the scenes, and we can just check the status. And you can see here my reports, and I'm looking at some recent reports that were generated. Now, this My Reports is only going to show reports that were generated for the specific spreadsheet. So if you launch the extension for a different spreadsheet, for a different Google Sheet, you won't see these, you won't see reports that you've generated for some other spreadsheet. It's only going to be for the specific one. So this you can see here, I've already done this a few times. And when it's in process, you can see how long it's going to take here. It shows you in real time. It's counting down, shows you the format. And when it's ready, you can just click this View Output button, and you're going to open up a file that's on your Google Drive that Botsheets generated for you. You can see some examples as well. So here we have a bunch of different data sets for different niches or use cases. And if you click Data Input, it's going to load up an example Google Sheet. We're looking at the marketing campaign one. And you can view the example output as a doc, as a Google Doc, and the output as a Google slide. Make sure to go through our tutorial, because our tutorial will tell you how to prepare your data. And there's some simple rules that you'll want to follow to optimize the output. And so it'll just give you, how to benefit from this so that you get the best presentation of your data. And then we also provide you with different ways that you may want to collect data. So if you want to get data into Google Sheets from a third-party software system, and you can probably export from those, or you export a CSV and then import that into Google Sheets, or you can use something like Zapier, and you can automate a workflow where Zapier is going to move your data from one system directly into Google Sheets. You can also build a data set by using Google Forms or some other form where it's just going to collect data and write it to Sheets. And of course, Botsheets has a chatbot product where it's essentially a conversational form where a chatbot is going to ask questions to collect data and then deliver the responses to Google Sheets in this format, this data set format. So now let's go back to my reports, and it should be ready, and it is, and we can just click this View Output button. And here is the focus of the report was on female returning customers. So you can see that all of the analysis and insights and recommendations from this report were based on what the focus, what we told AI to focus on. And we can just jump through this, and you can see here that we have some visualizations and explanations, and the different types of useful pieces of information that we could share with somebody else. We just click the share button, and we can, if we don't, let's say we want to see this visualization, we don't like it, it's too small, so maybe we just create another slide. So here, we can just delete this. We can make this larger. So, so that's essentially it. We can use Google Slides as an editor, and we get very close to something that is shareable and actionable, and we're able to do that in literally 2 minutes or less. So uh, this is just the beginning. We'll be building on this extension, but we think this is a really fast and compelling way to tell stories from your data. Thanks very much.